Hey, Max here, and I got a hot topic to talk to you Star Wars fans about. Happy May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. May the Force be with you. And I'm asking all you Star Wars fans that have issues with the way the Star Wars movie universe is going and the way Lucasfilm is under Disney to please lend me your ears for this important video. And it's about the boycott, and this is where I want to start it, and I have something to propose to all of you. But first, I want to give the disclaimer. Warning! This video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and a Mad Max. And I'm mad it had to go this far, but I really honestly believe that this is necessary. It is a line in the sand, and it's where we could do the most. If you really love Star Wars, this is the best thing, I believe, in my opinion, it's the best thing we could do at this moment in time, and Solo is a battleground. I think it's important to consider this option. Join the rebellion, and even if you plan to see Solo, at least give the rebellion a chance for the first opening weekend. And that's what this hot topic's about. So, I honestly believe there is a chance to get Kathleen Kennedy out and improve Star Wars if the first Star Wars movie to open #2 in its debut weekend. And it's a long shot, but there's a chance for it. And that's what this episode's going to be about. And breaking news, guys, all the videos you've been watching and all the passionate pleas for bringing the quality back have fallen on deaf ears. They are not listening. They are doubling down and acting like we do not exist in a small group. The boycott is our only hope. I have thought long and hard about how to kick this boycott off, and I think the best thing to do is to make it as simple as possible. Simple by starting off with Kathleen's own words from a Disney promotional video when the buyout was first announced to start this boycott. Because the problems were there from the start. Kathy's own words in the video, and this is an official Star Wars video on YouTube. You could go watch it right now. I think you all remember it. Kathy's own words, right after George's words. And this was on October 30th, 2012, when he decided to sell Disney. Let's first examine George's thoughts first. I have story treatments of 7, 8, and 9, a bunch of other movies, and obviously we have a bunch of books and comics and everything you could possibly imagine. So, I sort of moved that treasure trove of stories and various things to Kathy, and I have complete confidence that she is going to take them and make great movies. Cut to Kathy Kennedy 2 seconds after George's hopes for great movies. This is her words, and this is, even at that time, I gave her the benefit of the doubt personally. I know people had issues with her from the start, but even at that time, I was like, oh, this is kind of odd. 2 seconds after Georgia says, make great movies with the treasure trove that I'm giving you, and I have confidence in you, my friend, Kathleen Kennedy says, we are absolutely going to make Star Wars movies. Nothing great in there, and we are midst of sitting down with writers. Nothing instilled confidence even from her opening lines. She couldn't even say great Star Wars movies then. I think she knew exactly what she was doing. It's more important for deadlines and pushing them out all the time than to make great Star Wars movies. And that's why I think the boycott is so important. Or, thank you, George, for all you've done. I will make sure it is taken care of. And this is why I'm asking everyone to boycott until she's gone. And if you're still planning on seeing it, give the rebellion a chance and don't see it on the first weekend. Because you cannot erase a Star Wars movie opening #2 in its debut weekend. And Deadpool 2 opens a week before. You know what? You can also have an agenda for diversity and female characters. I don't care, but make them good. Make sure you also have another agenda, though. Great Star Wars movies. And I don't think she has that agenda at all. She has lots of agendas, but Star Wars is not one of them. And that's the main issue. You can have a personal viewpoint and work within that, but still create great stories and great characters. But if your agenda is not Star Wars or the fans, that's why there's a problem, and that's why we need to do something about it. And as simple as I am asking all you Star Wars fans that have a bad feeling about this, and I'm asking every single fan that's complained about The Last Jedi to consider this. To give the Resistance one chance. Do not support, at least take a stand and not support opening weekend, because they take the fans for granted. They think we're going to show up for everything. They think we're going to buy all the merchandise. We're going to show up to all the events. Take a stand and say, you know what? Not this time. And let the cards fall where they may. It may not work, but I think it's our best chance. Boycott for opening weekend. Petitions don't work. Corporations put fans on the bottom of the list and mock us and ignore us. And attack us even. It's enough. This is a moment in movie history, a perfect storm of events. Infinity War's crushing it, and it still will be viable when Solo debuts. Deadpool is opening. Just imagine, again, the first Star Wars to open number 2. You can't erase that, and she'll be forever tied to The Last Jedi in that. A 1-2 punch. Now, social justice warriors like to tell everyone what to do. And I'm not saying you have to do this. I'm asking and pleading to the fans that have issues with the way Star Wars is going to consider this. Even if you're planning on seeing Solo, at least see what happens. So, no matter who you are, fan, YouTuber, reviewer, wait till after opening weekend, after Memorial Day. Then go see Solo and review it. I'm still going to watch all your reviews because the shows are going to have theirs up plenty of time in advance, because I just finished watching Denny's Council on Collider's channel. So they're going to have their reviews up anyway. I'm going to watch yours no matter what. I can't wait to see what you have to say. We've had 5 months of this garbage and attacking fans. If you really want Kathleen Kennedy gone and better Star Wars and movies in the future, you cannot erase number 2 opening weekend. Even if you don't think she should be fired, but you want better Star Wars movies, give this a shot. See what happens. It won't hurt. It can only help. It can only help as movie-going fans in general, besides Star Wars, to wait till after opening weekend. They take the first weekenders for granted all the time, the true fans. The true fans are the ones that show up first weekend every time. So, you first weekenders, you Star Wars fans that have issues with the way it's going, let's join together and start a rebellion. And you know why it could work? Because movie companies are so reactionary, and they react to trends. And if it's trending, and they overreact to opening weekend box office, you know how many new projects are announced, canceled? Everything happens after the opening weekend come in. They will have to take notice, and you can't erase it, and it will be in entertainment news. The first Star Wars to open at number 2. So that's my plea to you Star Wars fans that really want to see a change. Because with recent announcements and recent articles coming out, they are obviously not listening. They're treating us like a small group of fanboys. And I don't like being treated like that. Robert Downey recently said the reason Marvel succeeds is they listen to the fans. They're not listening, and they're doubling down on what they feel is right. This can make them listen. It may not work, honestly, but let's give it a shot. It can't hurt. I prepared some more images. Star Wars, it's depressing. Go see Deadpool 2. That's what I plan on doing, seeing Deadpool 2 or Infinity War again, because that even doubles the chance of this succeeding. A quality movie where they make the movie for the fans, and that's what Infinity War and Deadpool both did great. They're making it for the fans. Support that type of movie, and that'll even give a better opportunity for this to work. If you're a fan and got a bad feeling about this, even if you don't plan to boycott altogether, give us one weekend to make a change. And here's, according to Collider and all the other news articles out there, now it's tracking for 170 million opening weekend from Deadline. And this is from a Collider video talking about the fans that are on the backlash. It's a lie. It's a small group that does not want to see Solo and is upset with The Last Jedi. We're a small group. They don't hear us. We're not loud enough. This will make us loud enough. Apparently, we don't exist. Well, I think we need to be louder, my friends. Rant on! Don't be silent now. Make a statement. If you have complaints, do something about it. This is something to do. Muppet Babies, Star Wars characters. These are the scoundrels on the right. That's who I want to see. There's only one scoundrel in theaters on May 25th, 2018. And it's not Nolo. Or Soylo. It's Deadpool. There's a good... Who would you pick? And here's a little image. I might use this as a thumbnail. I'm not sure. This is where I want to remind you, you don't have to follow me anywhere. Patreon stinks. I don't have t-shirts. All I want from you is to join in the conversation. I'm not about all this movie talk, cam girls trend. If you want to talk, if you want to have a conversation, comment below. I'll try to respond. I really appreciate you watching. I'll see you on the next Hot Topic.